Also, Ganon, do you have any last words for your opponent?
We think about it. Well, Orb, you know, you're a very strong guy and I respect you, but I will crush you, take the title, and, you know, make space for the evolution. That is me.
Alright, that sounds very solid. So thank you, Ganon, for your side of the coin. Yeah, Orb, do you have any last words to your opponent before the match starts?
I'm not really one to say things.
Would be pretty funny if you just said no and went on with it.
No.
And now I'm disappointed.
I'm not gonna say I'm the ultimate evolution. Sorry.
And I haven't said even. I've said I am the evolution.
Chat, you need to help out Orb. You need to send him an evolution stone, man. Chat, send him your evolution stones. The warm-up game that you had.
Oh, yes. Was that on Uzana or on Agenda?
It was the one on Agenda, where he just rallied 20 rifles into your base and abused the fact that flame towers don't track moving infantry very well.
He does that, so that's exactly what he's going to do, really. He's going to have a lot of infantry coming out. He'll bring in a dog for vision for the micro side of things, and he'll try to control that center before attacking you. But one thing I had in the game against Orb was that his counter against dogs, oh yeah, we're already seeing dogs coming out now. His counter against that was by having the infantry move to where you won't expect it. So I imagine Orb will go around right now and not go through the center bit.
I'd also say so. He will just try and accumulate critical infantry mass on the northern side and then try to overwhelm the dog.
Yes, exactly.
This feeds into the theme that Soviets have a really distinct early game advantage. The reason being that they can make plays on your power with the Grenadier, and they can also make plays onto your infantry with dog vision support.
Yes, exactly that. And ZX Cannon was telling me this earlier on, that he doesn't expect any shenanigans from Orb being allies early on, and he'll usually have a defense lined up for that. But I don't think he's really making a defense for that right now, just because he's not expecting anything.
Very true, yeah. So Ganon is taking a safe oil, and it's kind of tricky. Oh, we haven't gone over the factions yet. That is ZX Ganon spawning is Ukraine, and Orb is France, and he picked France. So this is a deliberate choice from him.
Yes. And he's getting that critical
Yes.
mass again of the infantry.
Yes, he got the dog, and the engineer needs to cancel the capture on the hospital. That is big.
Yes.
With the medic support, that wasn't too bad. Like, usually medics don't get much bang for their buck, but this medic has like patched up 3 or 4 rifles already.
Yeah.
Not too bad. I'd say as far as early games go, that was a very good early game for Orb, especially considering his allies.
Yes, indeed. I think the saving grace for Ganon here is he's managed to at least capture 1 oil derrick. That's going to be quite important in the game in just neutralizing Orb's advantage in the other oil derricks he'll be getting.
Exactly. And I'm expecting an APC out of Ganon, so there needs to be a rocket soldier transition for Orb, who is right now going mass medics. Was that a misclick, maybe? This is a 4th medic. This is an insane build, because anything that's even slightly armored is gonna counter this hard.
Yeah, I think you're right, because usually Ganon, when he wins the aggression, he usually goes for flak trucks. But you're absolutely right, he's making an APC right now. So now you know he's kind of on that back foot coming in against Orb in the early game.
Okay, the rockets are starting to appear now, but there is still a timing window, like a brief one at least for Ganon.
Yeah.
Yeah, also I've seen the commentator that is not a very sensible nickname. That is pretty distasteful. Alright. Ooh, the first rocket is out. There's 2 rockets in the entire blob. This is a very delicate timing here for Ganon. He needs to pull back.
Yeah.
He's trying to give line of sight support with the APC. So far it's been working. Ooh, taking another chunk.
So
there it goes.
He is getting a bit of health.
Orb has the hospital, yeah. Ganon does have the hospital. He's got the southern one, right?
Yes.
You are absolutely right. Ooh, quite the intense early game. That is everything I
Yeah.
wanted. Everything I wanted from this series. Good stuff, good
And
hustle.
Orb is, doing the right choice here, just trying to take down any advantages ZX Ganon has.
Yeah, and he's also habitually, ritually sacrificing some of his medics. Oh no. Oh no. For the oil god!
I think there needs to be a new patch or an update to the medics where they guard the nearest infantry by default. And it's already built into the game with the D command.
Exactly.
And that way, I think the medics won't go and charge ahead. Similarly with mechanics, they just stay nearest to the units next to them.
That's very true. There's already been a PR on that a couple months back. I don't know what happened to it.
Okay, that's good.
So
At the
people
very
are aware that this is existing, at least. By the way, I don't like the ore refinery positioning from Orb here. It's very far away from the ore.
least. Oh wow, yeah.
But other than that, Ganon has got his MCV out. This might be... Orb has a very delayed MCV. He
Yeah,
only
I think
went...
He's just been focusing on a lot of aggression.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can see he went also for 3 barracks. Well, they're both gone for 3 barracks. Yeah, I don't know why
Right.
that delay is then.
Huh. Well, Ganon still has potential for comeback here, despite the early game being not exactly his forte there.
Yeah.
Alright. This time it's usually Ganon, if he's on the winning side, he just goes for a straight up base push. Which he calls them tower pushes.
Yes, he did that against me in the previous game as well, where he went for the bottom center and then went ahead and you just, like you say, does that Tesla tower push, and it's very hard to come back against that.
Yeah. And that's also one of those moments where Soviets just shine, because a well-placed Tesla is kind of like a sniper in the backlines that snipes all your armored vehicles.
Yeah, indeed. I usually find the person who captures the bottom center of this map usually wins at the end. So I'm going to put my bets on Orb for this map, regardless.
Yeah, fair enough, but I've won plenty of matches on this map where I just went around scattering refineries on the top side, completely neglecting the bottom. So it's I wouldn't say it's as cut and dry, but
Yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. One thing that Ganon is... sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say one thing Ganon needs to do is maybe take 2 heavy tanks and just go around sniping the oil derricks just to maintain neutrality. But yes, what were you going to say?
So, I was trying to comment on the fact that Ganon is very good at spreading his rifle scouts everywhere. He is
Right, yeah.
always aware of the enemy army movements.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also walled off the top there as well. So he's definitely trying to solidify the lines that he's going to create.
Yep. Oh my lord, he built a fake war factory. Orb, you madman. When have you last seen a fake in competitive play?
Oh, and he's got a flank coming at the bottom
Yep.
right.
That's right. That is gonna kick a harvester or at least force it back. At the cost of a tank though. Top side, Ganon is... yeah. Ganon is pushing
Oh,
through here.
The harvester manages to get away, so that's good for him.
Yeah, on a sliver of health too. Ah, that's so big for Ganon.
And Ganon's going to come down to the center of the base, I think. He's got a large army there. So knowing that Orb is being pushed back now, I think he's just going to go for that attack.
The MCV might run into the ambush here. This is a very
Yeah.
nasty timing. Orb has 2 MCVs undeployed here. Oh, MCV has been caught. MCV number 1 in peril.
Oh, manages to get away.
Ah, he
Okay,
blocks
good
himself.
point.
He blocked
Oh,
himself.
shame.
There is still a second MCV though, so no reason for panic just yet.
Yeah.
But this is critical mass. Ganon again managing to just find so much armor that Orb was just unprepared.
You can see the army value is now just dipped in favor of Ganon here. So there's only 2k difference between. only 10% extra for Ganon.
Yep. Ooh, he needs to make the
Eco is
turrets
favouring
focus.
Orb.
Is it though? Because on the top right... Oh, now there is a nice flank on the top right side. The mediums are going to take a chunk out of the Ortrucks. On the other side, he's still dueling it out. Oh, the light tank is still alive. That is one of the most long-lived light tanks I've seen in a while.
Yeah, and Ganon's going to counter that by going for Orb's top left. But
Top
Orb only
left.
has one harvester there, so it wasn't giving him much eco there.
And he pulls him away too, so the Harvester survives for now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going very deep. That's... Again, there is just no heavy armor, no answer to the heavy tanks here. Orb went for so many MCVs. Man is being pulled apart.
Yeah, this is too much.
Despite this
He's
crazy
got
good
no
early game.
production. Both MCVs are undeployed, so...
He has no
he's just not
production right
making
there.
anything.
Floating 5k. Ganon was on low power. Yeah, he's trying to go for the desperation play. He's trying to just cover some ground with his MCV, spread him out.
Yeah.
Man.
And we have a V2 out for Ganon as well, so he's
Yep.
just going against that building aggression.
He's on tier 2. And the Raider Dome is just just 2 cells shy of revealing the construction yard there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like, I think the problem for Orb was he was reliant too much on infantry and he didn't see the wave of steel coming at all.
Yeah, I think too many MCVs. It was almost 4 MCVs at one point.
Yeah, I think it almost was. He was going mass base push style or something. I don't know what his plan was there. Should have just
Yeah.
produced heavies. Oh, mediums.
I think Ganon now has that critical mass of both sides, and his left, the 3 tanks on the left is just distracting Orb. So I see this only going one way very shortly.
Yeah. This ain't gonna take much longer. Well, at least the V2s have wasted their shots. In true Ganon style, he has not opted for giving them a separate control group, because control groups are for pussies. And there's the base push, there's the Tesla, protected by like an avalanche of tanks. Yeah.
Yeah. Ganon is doing that base push, tower push. Like you say, he's now seeing that advantage and just going for it.
He is giving the good old El Clasico Ganon special. To be fair, it's a very distinct move. It's not like the Barf move, because the Barf move just takes every mobile asset and moves it into your base. It's more like he always has he plays it safe. He has a Conyard to back it up. Oh man. Like, how do you stop this guy? Because that was a game where the early game went really well for Orb.
Yeah.
GG.
Wow.
That is the 1-0.
So you win that wager because Ganon went top and I bet on Orb. So. Freusticker, yes, I am from Wales. I have that strong Welsh accent, but yeah, well, not the strongest of the Valleys accent, but a hint of a Welsh one.
You've managed to hide your accent very well, though.
Yeah, it's very interesting. People sometimes say I am from Wales, and sometimes are perplexed that I am from Wales. They think my accent has nothing to do with Wales. So I'm glad that the stream has managed to get that. I think that's awesome. I like it when there's that hint coming out.
We've got in our school, we've got a music teacher from Wales who's got a very distinctive Welsh accent, and he is barely intelligible, I would say. So you're doing a good job there, being intelligible for all of us. So thanks for
Perfect. I love it. I have a Scottish cousin, cousins actually, and they've lived there for years. And when they visited, they have had to tone down their Scottish accent just so we can understand them. It's something else, man.
that. It's shite being Scottish. Yeah, I love the Scottish accent. It is so pure and genuine.
Oh yeah, very much.
All right, we're in game 2 here. Did I start the bets? I didn't. Not just yet. Bring it on. So this map is Shards. And Shards is an interesting map because it is 4-player and the spawns are random. So you never know where your opponent is.
Yeah, I kind of like this map for that reason. So whenever anyone banned Agenda, I would pick this map next.
It is the big macro. Yeah.
We have a request from Freusticker just for me to say Freusticker again. So I don't know. I've been doing some German lessons. So Freusticker. There you go.
You're doing fine. It's actually Frühstücken. No, no, it's Frühstück.
Frühstück. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
perfect.
go.
That was very good.
Good.
Right, so this is gonna be whack-a-mole here with power plants because Ganon went for Grenadiers and there are 4 power plants to choose from. It's like playing one of those hat games, you know? Which hat is the actual power supply under?
This is going to be interesting because Ganon was mentioning earlier that if
Lord.
went for the single war factory, he was just going to be able to get him. And as I was actually saying in the middle of the just before the start of the game, I don't really see the war factory first as a viable option. And
No, me neither. Jesus Christ! And the ranger was baited out of position. That was just the game sense here. Oh my lord. And that one is a fake, so this is the last power plant.
The final one. Oh no, that's the truth. Wow.
Just like a good magician, he always has another backup plant.
Orb is still in power, so this is not GG just yet.
Not just yet, and he's actually in 4 harvesters, so it wasn't as bad as it could have been. But that was playing one risky gambit. That was playing Vabank. Not even close, baby. There is supposed to be an engineer. Ah, no, the ranger sniped the engineer. Yo, Bane, you've missed quite a bit here. The early game. This is going to be a flak truck this time around for Ascetics Ganon, and I definitely know why. He wants to hunt for the ranger.
Yeah. And I think he does this as well if he thinks he's coming out ahead. He just goes flak truck for the mobility. And just for the scouting options.
Now granted, flak trucks are not as scary against allies as they are against Soviets, because against Soviets they can just run circles around your flame towers. And oh, that's gonna be good value for the ranger. Yes, that's what he needs. 3 snipes.
Yeah, managing to get away, and is a vet 2.
Vet 2 gives him insane mobility. That's like a and light tank transition plus radar rush.
Yes.
Ooh, this is gonna be very spicy. Yeah, you would expect it to be fake, but that helipad ain't fake. I'm seeing the build queue.
You should definitely make a fake service depot just for the
base. Just to round the build out. Just that extra little...
He's actually making a real one. So. Oh wow, those crushes, look at that.
Yeah, but not on the right targets.
Yeah.
Oh, the Zook didn't track enough. Have you seen a light tank getting away on 0 health before?
Wow, that like I even zooming in, I cannot see the red in the health bar.
No, there is no red left. This tank is barely being held together by a bit of duct tape.
Yeah.
The other tank managed to find a snipe. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I was just about to say. Oh, that worked very well. And
we're both on the same wavelength, and we got hijackers at the north there.
Just one so far. Just one so far.
But
nah,
I mean, Orb was defending it pretty well.
This ore truck might meet an... No. Oof, close though. So, and one of the things I would like to mention is that so far the Hind hasn't been revealed just yet. Now it has. This is gonna send Ganon into panic mode. MCV has been revealed, that's very good as well.
Yeah, and he's just taking out all of the rockets with the Hind.
Yeah, Ganon isn't producing... No, wait, he is. But he doesn't have much eco right now. And the Vet 2 Ranger, patching it up now. I've made a thread on this, and light vehicles are, I think, one of the best balanced things in open array right now. They all have their place, and they all have their different types of scaling and usability, and the Ranger
Yeah.
still is somewhat moderately useful past the early game. It's a very good scout.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's exactly a very valid point, because with Soviets, after tier 1.5, there's no point making flaks and, well, I mean, APCs really. But flaks do come in at tier 2 and tier 3 again. But
Yes.
I don't see a mid-game for them usually.
I'd say in the mid to late, as soon as tier 2 hits, they are super useful. I think they've got... I think both the Soviet options have better late game scaling, because the APC for drops and for Iron Curtain targets, and conversely the flak truck for anti-tier 2.
Yes.
Oh no, 3 flak trucks. Orb! Oh, nice kiting, nice kiting. But he only lost 1 hind, so that's completely fine for him. If he doesn't let them idle here.
Yeah, he's definitely taken back in repair.
That was close. Good hustle.
Yeah. And we see both of them going for the south expansion at the same time. So, yeah, the only difference here is Ganon has one more oil refinery in the center portions of the map. So his eco should, and as we can see in the earnings graph, his eco is just eclipsed orb per minute.
Yeah, he also went for a 3rd MCV there. So he's going to try and solidify the space push. But this time Orb has ruffled some feathers past the early game.
Yeah.
Orb is also just one of the best players at pulling his tanks back in time. He barely ever loses a tank unnecessarily. As I say that... No, he actually retained it. But that was more...
on a sliver of health.
That was more of a mistake on Ganon's part, though.
Yeah. And you can see
Please patch up the hinds.
access for Orb is slightly ahead as well, and he has more harvesters, and he's coming in for the eco attack. So, yeah, like you say, he's putting up a good fight this time around.
Plus 2nd War Factory now for Orb.
Yeah.
Has he maybe accidentally put the rally point on the south? Let's see. That would be pretty bad for him, because he needs his vehicle production up in the north. Yeah, he has rallied it. Uh-oh.
Then again, he's going for that bottom right attack, perhaps. I don't know.
He hasn't revealed it just yet. He doesn't know that there is an expansion, but his game sense probably tells him so.
Yeah.
Ooh, those hinds are living dangerously.
Yeah, and the ranger's coming in, so it is now spotted.
He's not allowed to go too deep with the hinds there, because the flak pack is hunting.
He's using his army to cut off the north to the south. He's just having it wait there, and... Yeah,
Alright, he has revealed it. The Ranger has now scouted the expansion, but at the same rate he needs to defend. There's gonna be a base push from Ganon. This is an exciting game, gotta say.
Yeah.
This is one of those timings where I wouldn't mind an artillery transition. They're usually not that great, especially not in a scenario against Soviets when the enemy is guaranteed to have flak trucks. But there is a chance. Oh, the other MCV got spotted and Orb has noticed that it's moving out. Alright. Oh, all the hinds fallen out of the skies. Last hind down here. Artillery transition, but now no line of sight support. That was poor timing.
And ZX Cannon has a Tesla coil ready, so I think he'll put that in line for the south ore area, and can also counter the medium tanks that are coming behind.
Yeah. Also the bottom left... Oh, he's finally spotted the MCV, yeah. Bottom left MCV is now getting taken out, finally.
Yeah. I don't know why he's not placing the Tesla coil. He needs to do that.
He did place it topside.
Oh, well, he's lost his bottom MCV in that case. Yeah.
The anti-air gun at least kicks one of the arcs, so that's not too bad. Yeah. But man, this is the problem again now. Now Orb has to fight in a fortified base. He's just got enough mass though.
Yeah.
It's alright.
Oh wow, look at that. 8 harvesters on one... No, 7 harvesters on one oil... on
one patch. Yeah. It's like the flock of harvesters. They are grazing. It's a herd. The herd of harvesters is moving on to greener pastures here.
Yeah, and we have a flank top right, but the
Yeah,
V2s have
the
done
V2s
good work against them.
have chunked it out. It's still technically alive. But holy, what a match. There is tier 3 now for Orb. This is looking... Oh no, the Vet 2 Ranger goes down to the Yak. The Vet 2 Ranger, gotta say, like, not... or underestimating enemy vehicles, like light vehicles, is a big problem. And Ganon has done that multiple times before.
Yeah. And Orb's taken back the eco fight again, so he's just dominating in that respect.
Yeah, and he's also cutting off the access to the bottom ore patch, which is the biggest still available to Ganon.
Yeah.
Oh, Tanya!
Pay ahead in assets as well.
Tanya's on the north inside, just without any protection. He's France, he should go for a phase transport.
Oh yes, they shifted from England, didn't they?
Yeah. They're now on France, and now England is, unfortunately, the worst faction in the entire game.
Yeah. I mean, Brexit 2.0 right there.
I mean, we always talk about Brexit, but let's keep it real. It ain't gonna happen. Our grandchildren are still gonna make Brexit memes. Oh, by the way, this is one of those really crazy days where the RAGL finals are the most normal part of my day. Here in Austria, shit's been going down as well.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, our vice chancellor, who is like from the official, like, legit Nazi party.
Oh snap.
Yeah, it has turned out that there's been an incriminating video of him in Ibiza being coked up to no end and trying to sell the most valuable assets of the Republic. So, there's that. That just happened. Oh, the phase transport!
Oh, come in for some crushes.
Squishy,
oh,
squishy!
No, the Hinds, no.
Oh, what are the Hinds doing? But it's alright. And Tanya's... Oh no! Tanya! Ganon has noticed it though.
I think this is where you would normally say that he needs to revoke his license.
Man, that Tanya did a good job, yeah. Hind license, I think I've revoked Orb's Hind license already. So... So yeah, and so I spent half...
Flying without a license, I mean, how many years in jail?
Well, that's gonna incur... Oh! Speaking of losing a license, that was like the Yak kamikaze onto his own flak trucks. Oh, the phase transport is very ill-fated here. It has been revealed by the radar dome.
Gets away yet again.
Yeah.
With the clutches.
Parabombs? That's gonna be a really sick angle. Could have been better.
Have another harvester migration here.
But the flock has taken some severe losses there.
I think these harvesters are like the wilderness, you know, just it's like documenting, you know, maybe I can be David Attenborough right here.
Yeah, yeah.
The harvesters.
But the medium tank is its natural predator. Here we see the natural predator of the harvester in his domain. Oh man. RIP. Natural selection.
Oh no, 4 harvesters.
Yeah, 4. Nature is a cruel mistress. There is only 1 harvester left, so it can't even procreate. That is rough. It needs to find another mating partner.
When we have another wave of attack coming up north, I don't think Ganon can hold out against this.
No, he can't stem the tide. Man, those random Teslas placed everywhere.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I love doing that with camo pillboxes. It's just, yeah, 0.1 haste that against
may I tell you a dirty trick?
Yes.
You on maps like Sidestep, where there's an angle that you can easily wall off, you almost wall it off, except for one cell that you leave open, and that one cell, that one cell that is being left open is going to be closed with a camo pillbox, and then put it on hold fire, and watch your opponent's pathing fuck up to no end.
Oh wow. Do we have a bit of a lag here?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, if this game crashes now, this should be a point for Orb.
Yeah.
There was no coming back here.
I mean, just look at the assets. It's almost double for Orb. And the army value as well. Yeah, more than double. 27k against 12k.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't see the comeback here.
Yeah, and Ganon's eco has just plummeted in the last minute from 7.5k all the way down to 2.5k. That's just a third of the eco value right there.
But Ganon probably knows he has lost, but in true German fashion, he doesn't surrender. he's like, Volkssturm! Or something. Ooh, ooh.
Can we see any test? Is anything?
Well, it's you who's dropping. Oh no,
Me?
now we've seen a test from you. I think you need to leave right now. Maybe the server recovers.
Yeah. Shall I leave? Okay.
Let's give it a try. Yeah, we're back. Was maybe a lag spike on your end. Oh, Tanya survives as well. On a slim...
Yeah,
again, Tanya on 0 health. GG. What a game.
I'll start doing that. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, good luck, have fun. Here we are on Ushala, one of my favorite maps. I'm having some echo. Oh, weird. So, Ushala, and the factions are France for Orb again, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and Ukraine for Ganon. What are your thoughts on faction balance?
I quite like this. I mean, I had 2 games against Point One yesterday, and both of them were mirrored. And again, the balance was absolutely amazing because we had 30-40 minute long games across all tiers, and it was to the wire. And so I think this release is actually very well balanced. And again, from the 2 games we've just had earlier, you can see that both factions can win at the highest of levels. And so it really shows that the devs have done a really good job, and the people testing have done an amazing job in just balancing out the whole game. And I think this release is just absolutely fantastic.
I absolutely agree. I think some changes still need to be made. Like, for example, I really dislike the current power discrepancy between late-game allies and late-game Soviets, so I think Chronosphere buff would be in order.
Yeah, completely agree. And I think one aspect that I will mention is maybe it is balanced in terms of allies versus Soviet, but within allies, it's now just shifted all the way maybe to France and Germany. England needs a bit of buffs to it so that we then have that even choice between all the factions. Yeah,
England is the red-headed stepchild right now. They're just lagging far behind. That was a really good trade from Orb, but he's now squandering it by attacking into stationary targets. But he has pushed back the engineer, and Ascetics Ganon could only take 1 Derek thus far.
Yeah, again, this is probably why I'm a bit passive in my playstyle, and I'll admit that, is because moves like that, you try going forward, and the person moving is at a disadvantage. And so I just prefer to keep the men alive as much as possible by just staying still.
That's why I just always send 1 single rifle in. If that single rifle dies, I try to remember which cell it has been killed from, and then try and force fire. It's like a tactical sacrifice.
I'll have to take that on.
That's a pretty valid strat. Orb is going for mass medics again. Holy crap. Yeah, Bane is right here in the spec chat. He's saying allies don't have fun special units compared to Soviets. Like, a hijacker is so much fun to pull off. Or dogs or grenadiers. And the allies just, you know, the medics are maybe okay, but they don't feel great or rewarding.
Yeah, I mean, even then, you might have mechanics that kind of come into it. And also spies. I mean, I love spies as a fun unit, but they just come too late. And you don't see that being played as much at the highest tiers.
Oh man, this is going to be a tricky engagement here. Ganon does have the flak track, so he can poke from range, but at the same rate, there's going to be mass medics that can easily just counter the poke for days.
Oh, wow.
It's really hard to kill anything. Oh, in comes the light tank. Ganon signing the retreat.
There's a counter coming in time.
Ooh, the rockets are dying.
Yeah,
We've got the rockets. Oh, he snipes the engineer as well and retains the light tank. So again, good early game for Orb. super clutch. And Orb is gonna stack healing on top of healing. He's gonna go for the pacifist build here. Just a, you know, if he could research some kind of Thorns aura, then he could go for a Jesus build. Like, stop hitting yourself, stop hitting yourself.
Wow, yeah.
Hospital regeneration, medics. Pretty good.
Yeah, and he's taken out the Derek, so gives him the advantage now in that passive income.
That's right, yeah. CO point 1. This... why is he rallying the light tank back in? Like, I'm not sure whether that's a good idea.
Yeah, he sent in the engineer blind and lost it to that Soul Rifleman.
Well, Orb is really behind in macro again. He both have 5 harvesters, but he's just now placed his service depot. Meanwhile, ZX Ganon does have the MCV out.
Yeah, he's also behind in the eco income.
What might that be attributed to? Because they both went for mirrored build orders in terms of harvesters.
I think maybe the light tank coming out, maybe that takes a bit more time than the flak truck.
That's just a split second though. I mean, it is a factor, but it's like a 100 credit difference, so it is 3 seconds difference.
Yeah,
doesn't explain it fully.
What did he do? Did he have a ranger out at any point?
No, he didn't. He must have just forgotten to build something, I believe. Maybe a late, maybe just an extra power plant or something. And then into a late service depot. Yeah, I went with 3 power plants, that's probably why. Oh my lord! Tesla coil base push. I know where this is headed.
And the MCV is going in very aggressively.
It's going in dry! Oh!
It's coming in for the reach around.
I mean, that's an okay play here, because he's out of Tesla coil range. But he's now gonna have massive troubles dealing with that push.
Yeah.
He's at least gonna cut the forces in half, so it's a very creative way of dealing with that. He's pulling the harvesters.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I don't like this. I think he should have gone for the safer option of just going south.
The chimes of doom are ringing here for Orb. Ooh. Harvester is AFK. It is so hard to deal with the mass Teslas before you have critical mass. Man. Rough.
Oh, another Tesla is out. Yeah.
Yeah. Chat is right. Chat is pointing out that Orb this time around didn't sacrifice any of his medics to the oil gods. So, I guess GG. Man, Orb's harvesters are definitely not the pride of the working class right now. Look at them just sitting around. Shame for the spray. Oh no, the ore truck just needs like 1 salvo until it's dead. GG.
GG's
Oh, 7 minutes.
cold. Yeah.
BO faulty, Ganon salty, medics are lit, Ganon will quit.
Battle control.
Not quite, not quite.
Battle control.
So this might already be the last game. Good luck, have fun.
Yeah, potentially. Hopefully we see some equalization here. But who picked this map?
This must have been Orb's pick because it's Luce's pick.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So at least there's some advantage for the losers coming into this.
We've got the same factions again, sticking to their guns. And, you know, this map is really weird. Have you ever managed not to float on Arid?
No, I don't think I have. I mean, there's a lot of eco coming around here, and it's so easy to float.
It is. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, because it's quite deceptive. You think there's not a lot of eco around, and you just start going around building refineries, and all of a sudden you have this. You have to worry then about spending it all.
Yep, we've got very special tactics for Orb, by the way. Double NG.
Oh wow, yeah.
And it's, to be fair, this map does have mass capturables, but if your opponent is someone like Ganon who likes going aggressive and hunting with dogs and rifles, This is an iffy build, if you ask me.
Yeah. And he is about to reinforce that dog with some riflemen.
Well, not if the dog is dead.
Oh, look at the micro on that. He managed
Yeah.
to spot the rifles coming in and move.
Oof. That was very close. Now we need to pull back the engineer, yeah. So at least nothing has happened just yet because no shots have been fired and no infantry went prone. As soon as infantry goes prone, they're dead to a hunting pack.
Yeah.
That's going to be interesting because Orb is going to be able to probably capture the comm center that is naturally on Ganon's side.
Yeah, but he's not going for it.
Not just now he is. Now he is. I think that's smart play because it's not going to get auto-targeted, and if Ganon just forgets about it, which tends to happen a lot, because it's not really a strategical target, then it's going to just give intel on the army move-outs. Oh, they're capturing each other's comm centers. Light tank rush has immediately been revealed. So Ganon has got all the time in the world to consolidate his infantry.
He's
Damn.
probably scouted that he's going for the war factory first.
Yes, and he has scouted the light tank as well because it took pot shots at the rifle in the base.
Yes.
That's unlucky. He could have had way more impact with that one. Nice poetic double kill in the base. Oh, nice. There's gonna be a snipe here for... There's gonna be an entry snipe. Nope, Ganon is not falling for it. He's waiting for his reinforcements.
Oh, no, he's moving in now. Will he get scouted?
Yes, he will.
What a
Dead.
shame.
Dead. So far the double entry build has kind of paid off. I'm surprised.
Yeah. So the count of oil derricks is 4 against 1.
Mm-hmm. Ganon is against the clock here. At least the light tank might... Yeah, light tank is dead. No!
Oh, 4 against 2, sorry. I missed the other oil derrick for Ganon.
Yeah, but it's soon going to be 4 against 1 because... Ah, the APC is going to be there in time, never mind.
Yeah, yeah, well then he'll, in that case it'll be 5. Is it? Oh no.
Oh, he's shooting over the wall, he's shooting the wall!
Has he got it? He's got it.
That was extremely close. That was probably the last frame he could have stopped the capture. Jeez Louise. What a match.
Now we have Orb's engineer coming in for the base. But Ganon has a defensive engineer.
Yes. Yes. Counter engineer. Because what's the hardest counter to a building capture? Just steal it right back. Nice. He's killed the APC and thus the push is called off.
Yeah,
that's
with
very
the
lucky.
APC gone for ZX Ganon, he's just putting back his men. He's not going to go for the base attack anymore.
That's right. This was very peculiar timing, because if he had retained the APC, he might have gone for a push, and Orb was very ill prepared. He didn't even have a base defense queued up.
Yeah, and not much of an army to go against that critical mass. I mean, it's very much nearing that critical mass for ZX Ganon for the early game, but I think now not so much.
Yeah, he has retained lots and lots of infantry, and he's soon going to transition into the heavies. No, he's built another APC. Probably just to capture back all the derricks. Or he's gonna go Scorched Earth policy and just nuke them. Might also be an option. I like the MCV positioning from Ganon because it's way easier to defend this ore if you're positioning your MCV on the north side of the patch instead of the south.
I like Barf's comment here in the Twitch chat. So Orb countering the Ganon Tower push by picking large maps that have multiple options for First Expo. Yeah, very true.
Very true.
Really good point.
Also, Orb has now sacrificed 1 medic. Is 1 medic enough to actually win the game? Let's see.
And this is probably why
no.
Orb also picked shards. Because it's a large map again. So Barf's comment is again very relevant here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Uh-oh. This is an undefended base, so he's at least gonna get some eco snipes, but there is a massive death blob, supported by 1 APC only though. This wall has been put here by the map maker, Crack Smoking Warlock. That's a nickname I can get behind.
Oh wow, look at that. It's two Harvester snipes by Orb there.
Yeah. And just like that, he has he has cut Ganon off his reinforcements. But at the same rate, he has lost his expansion eco.
Yeah. And Ganon is going for the east side, which is usually the natural for Orb. So already we're out of the usual for this map.
Assets are completely even. But Orb is pretty broke because he doesn't have any eco setup just yet. At least he's gonna get a temporary income spike from all the gems scattered around. Ah, he built a turret. Nasty timing for a turret.
Okay, APC is out, but he will lose a Harvester. Oh, no,
No, not just yet, not just yet. Orb is good at pulling out, confirmed here.
Oh, he still pulls it out. Those rockets did not shoot a salvo there.
He went Raider Dome. Orb just went so greedy. Ah, there it is. There for the grace of God she goes. And push onto the expansion.
Yeah, and the heavy's coming in first is just gonna wipe this out. But he still
I
has
mean,
an army there. So
he's gonna soak some damage with the MCV. Flamers have been incorporated by Ganon.
Yeah,
Chad.
I don't often see that.
Chad, you need to send Orb all your energy right now. He needs it. Man, the fact that he wasn't able to deal with this light infantry blob there in his base really cost him. Orb's down to 4 harvesters now. He's got a Raider Dome, but can he manage to do anything before Ganon just rolls over him?
Yeah, he's making an artillery right now, but in terms of buildings, he needs his eco up, so he's putting out a ref. Now, I think
He's
we'll
on
probably see
one.
that.
Jeez, all those harvesters are operating or were operating off of 1 refinery up until right now.
Oh wow, army coming top, but Game Sense tells Orb that he is going to be attacked from there. So
I mean, it doesn't help because he's just pulling the infantry in first, so... Ah. There might already be a game-deciding push. This might be it. We might have our victor for Season 7. The artillery. If the artillery can land some good shots. Tanks are almost dead.
yeah, oh wow, what a good
Oh,
shot
the
right
flamer. Oh, the flamers.
there. He still has 2 MCV, so it's not all lost. And
Yeah, but he lost
take
his
out the army.
eco. He lost the eco is the problem.
Yeah.
And base... Okay, that's just a base push onto the Derrick. That's whatever. Man. Orb just not finding a way back into the game here.
Yeah, army count is even right now, so that army attack has taken ZX Ganon down from 16k to 11k in the past minute, whereas Orb has gone from 8k to 11k in army count.
True.
And in terms of the earnings received, both of them are on the up. So in the last minute, Ganon had 10k coming in, and Orb had 8k coming in. So it's still...
Yeah, but the
think
asset
it's still pretty
discrepancy, the overall asset discrepancy is like 10k now.
Yes,
even worse.
that's true.
14k. So I'm not seeing it right now.
Oh wow, and Orb's army is out of position chasing the other army.
I was just chasing a tiny blob there. I don't know what he was trying to accomplish with that. He's going for the main base now.
Yeah, he needs to micro that turret against the... there we go. Against the heavy tanks.
Ah, doesn't matter. Mass overwhelming, and I think that's gonna be it. Well, no, he can still stop this. He's gonna be alright. He might lose his service depot though.
He's microing the pillbox against the...
The dreaded Mammoth is coming out. First Mammoth is already out on the field. Oh
Wow,
no.
Again, a sliver of health on the service depot.
Yeah.
Oh, with these,
Yeah, but on the left-hand side, he's gonna have to contest with mammoths now. And the
Yeah,
Iron
wow.
Curtain is probably not that far off coming online.
ZX Ganon has just shot up in the tier rankings.
Hmm. Again, combat-wise, Orb hasn't done too poorly. But it was just the timing that screwed him over, because he always lost his econ. There was two different attacks that always lost him eco.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the eco income is now almost even. 9k for Ganon against 8k in the last minute for Orb.
Yeah, for the time being, but the gems have now been depleted. That was Orb's biggest source of income. By the way, this base on the bottom right is very undefended. It's got lots of eco, it's got the Soviet Tech Center. So this is a very valuable target.
Yeah, I think if he manages to flank around, that could be a really good attack for Orb. I think, oh no, he's going for the center attack again.
Yep.
So he's going to clash in with that mammoth.
He might at least lose a mammoth. Ganon might at least lose a mammoth there. But mammoths, what are you going to counter them with as allies? Like, your best bet would be countering them with medium tanks, but even medium tanks just melt.
Yeah, it's hard. You just can't let that mammoth tank count get to critical mass. Otherwise, you just lose.
There goes the MCV. Nope, he deployed.
Oh,
Good
he
hustle.
managed to get an AA gun out.
Yeah, random AA gun in the middle of nowhere, but it's scouted, so... Oh, the main base is unprotected. He does have build radius on the radar dome, though. So at least Ganon's gonna lose the radar. That's gotta count for something.
I think if he gets his AA gun out here, he might lose the MiG. Oh, what are we going to see here? This is going to be big. If Orb gets that AA gun...
Oh, no,
shame.
he didn't. Got nothing. So he needs to kill the War Factory stat. Come on, Orb, move your forces. He can kill everything here if he just kills the Mammoth tank and then the War Factory.
Yeah.
Orb might be able to pull it back, because that's the only War Factory of Ganon. So that's gonna mean no vehicle production for a long, long time.
And if he gets that service depot as well. But yeah, he needs to take care of the army first, which is
Yeah,
what
fair.
he's doing.
Oh my goodness, this might actually... He might actually stand a chance after all here.
I think if he makes the mechanics to get those mammoths, that could be a good thing for him.
It's too late. Also, he lost 2 ore trucks again in that push. RIP. I really like how this patch on the bottom side is amicably shared. Or it's more like vultures, they're just circling above the ore and waiting for it to regrow and just taking, like, finders keepers. Whoever gets there first takes the specks of ore.
Yeah, and the puny flame tower is just like, yes, here you go, have some flames.
Yeah, I'm helping, I'm helping!
Oh wow, look at this.
He's
You
got a
have
MiG.
Look at the bottom left. The MiG of Ganon is outside the map. It's just scouting the waters.
It is. That's a very pretty,
That little
a very pretty rock formation, to be fair, though.
yeah, I think it's that bug where the aircraft just goes out of the map and just starts circling sporadically.
It is. It is exactly that. Nice snipes here.
Like MiG is going to MiG heaven. You have done your job.
I mean, those MiGs are being controlled by Ganon. They're all gonna go to MiG heaven without having accomplished anything. That is a given.
Oh, we have a MCV at the top there, just.
But it's
sitting
been
there.
scouted. Yak's already on the job.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much. Oh, there's a little army coming there.
Yep. Oh, we've got some lag spikes.
Oh no, don't tell me that's a
No.
lag. No.
Please no. Oh no, it must be you again.
Do I need to leave?
I don't know. Let's see.
Let me move. Should I move to another room? I think it might be an issue with that.
Ah, are you on
I don't want
Wi-Fi?
to risk it. Yes, I am on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that might be a reason why.
But then again, it's 300 megabits per second, so it's not really. Maybe it's just the distance. I don't know. Yeah, I'll move.
Sure. Ah, there is nothing to stop this here, and I think the curtain is up as well, yeah. IC is ready. Man, the MiGs are demolishing the tank army here. Well, there goes one of the MiGs. It outlived its usefulness. Ganon has decided it's time to sacrifice it. Sack the MiG! Losing another ore truck, losing the harvester, losing the radar dome. Oh. Oof. Can we get an F in chat? I think that's what it boils down to. How many harvesters is he on? 1, 2...
Oh, will the harvesters take out that tech center? Oh, wow. Oh, no!
Oh, no! Not enough ammo left in the base.
Yeah, I think he was focusing on rifles, and not rifles, the rocket soldiers.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it just took out the salvo. And we
There's going to be a parabombing round incoming. That's a very nice bait. Yeah, super nice bait. Oh, Orb, what are you doing? He must have seen it coming. Oh, two tanks, lots of infantry. Man, they could have been so much better.
Wow, Orb is only on 4 harvesters.
Yeah, exactly. It is looking very bleak. He's still got 2 oils, as opposed to the 0 of Ganon. So he's technically on 3. So it's giving him an extra harvester worth of income. So the old gods have outlived their usefulness, you know. Bath is no longer the RAGL reigning champion. With that match, it might as well be Mr. Orb. Mr. Ganon.
Wow, and the MiGs are taking out all the anti-tank defenses and, yeah, tanks and that sort of thing, so it's... But we do
Wait, Ganon just cancelled something here. He cancelled something. It might have been a demo truck. I think because he cancelled it so quickly. It might have been a demo truck.
Oh, wow.
So he's lost his war factory again, but this time he's got a backup one.
Yeah.
Oh no. 5 Hinds against mass mammoths. What can you do?
Oh wow, look at that army. Yeah, that's
all he can do is clench. Clench and watch his legacy go down. This is an insane match. You know, so far I'm moderately impressed with Ganon. He's only managed to lose 1 MiG. Almost 2.
Getting out.
Man, you can't engage into this anymore.
Yeah, that's it. It's critical mass.
That is it! There is no way in hell he's gonna stop 3 mammoths. Just willy-nilly. At least he managed to get a nice eco rate. Holy shit, he killed 3 harvesters. With 1 tank, or what is now the equivalent of 1 tank.
Wow.
He's gonna lose his main base, but is he gonna... GG, yeah.
Yeah, GG there. 3-1.
Man.
What a game.
So that makes it a
I
3.
finally did it.
Oh man. Oh man. 3-1. So. Okay, so we're gonna do the post-mortem interviews. What about the other casters? You guys, any input from your side?
I quite enjoyed watching that actually. I think maybe Orb was a little bit hesitant to use his early game control and sort of didn't punish Ganon much. And Ganon took advantage of that maybe.
I feel he went for an early war factory too much, especially on the smaller maps or in those where the rush distance is a bit shorter. The war factory first broke his neck. That is one of the most crucial mistakes he made. So yeah,
I think, especially that first game, I thought Orb should have won that one.
Yeah, he didn't. He failed to account. Like that's a mistake I made against when I played against Pancho this season. What happened was just the same thing. I had a super massive advantage in the early game, and then I transitioned into tier 2 as allies. And it's very cheap to counter tier 2 as Soviets because all you need is a pack of flags. And I feel that's what happened with him against Ganon as well. too early
but
on the
then
tier
in-
2 transition.
But then in
Yeah,
the
it's-
second game, I think Orb rectified that with the hind play.
That was a straight up rush, yeah. That was a good play because
Yeah,
Ganon
it
did
was
not
a-
see that one coming.
Yeah,
It was a
I-
factory first rush, but the hind sort of gave him that control and actually used it, whereas before he wasn't really getting anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think also the issue with the first game was a lot of MC coming out at the end, which
Yeah.
meant no army.
Yeah, he went for an Omnom style build. He went for like 4 MCVs and no tanks. I don't know what the plan was there. Omnom made it work, but only because he was positioning his MCVs so aggressively that he could always base push. And he also exclusively played Soviets because Tesla quills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Tesla pushes were pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like one of the other mistakes was not accounting for Tesla quills at all. It's very hard. If you see an opponent cutting the map in half with a Tesla quill and probably a support army to back it up, I feel like you need to move around it instead of just engaging into it. And Orb was always engaging.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing Ganon was doing anyway was putting the Teslas right against the eco lines, which you're kind of forced to have to engage with it eventually.
I mean, as long as you still have one other patch where you can transfer your harvesters to, it's fine. I like doing that a lot more, like transfer my harvesters, wait it out, and wait for artilleries to come up.
We didn't see much artillery play at all, though. We saw it once in like the last game. We
We
got some
s-
big hits in, but
Yeah, we saw it in game 2 as well, and it was like 2 or 3 artilleries built. But in general,
yeah, but that
pro-
game was already over by that point, I think.
yeah, and I think in general pro players tend to shy away from artilleries because they're just so fragile and so slow. You can really only use them in scenarios where you have an anti-air gun to protect them.
Fair enough.
Otherwise, they're mostly fodder for Yaks. Whereas I would say that it's much easier for Soviets because not only are V2s like they've got a bigger impact range, they also are tankier. They are faster to turn, faster to move, and they get complemented so well by flak trucks.
Yeah.
Whereas as allies, you have nothing as a complement because rocket soldiers don't do it.
By the way, one question: how did you like my flamer edition in my army?
Those were very good, especially against the Carnyard.
Those flamers were
Yeah.
brutal.
We commented on that in the stream. You don't usually see me doing that, but it was, nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, all that's missing now is the bronze match, which is probably, I don't know, maybe gonna happen next week. Let's see. Maybe I'll be able to catch that one as well, I hope so. And now, we are going to make a quick poll on which game we're gonna play now. Are you guys all still around? We could still just play some fun games while the poll is going on.